hello. It's me, Deb. Welcome to a thrifting video. We're going to go to Goodwill today. Believe it or not, I have not been thrifting in probably over a month. I'm not someone who goes thrifting constantly buying a bunch of inventory. I really try to buy things that I can list and get that done before I go on my next thrifting trip. Do I have every single thing in my current inventory listed in my Etsy shop? The truth is no. I probably have about a dozen or so items that I am still working on. But that is manageable to me. I'm just looking for some fresh inventory. I thought it'd be really cool if I could find some vintage Christmas, vintage Halloween, even though it is officially October and I'm wearing my beautiful, I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers. My Anne of Green Gables sweatshirt made by Kathy Weller Art. I will put a link to her shop. She's a lovely artist friend of mine. Yeah, so anyway, I think we should get inside, see if we can find anything. I'm keeping an open mind. I'm also looking for just like, I'm trying to find smaller things. Yeah, I'm trying to be choosy and a little more particular about the things that I get. So I say we get inside, we see what's going on. And if possible, I want to try and hit 2 more thrift stores. But like I said, I'm going to be choosy today. So let's go see what treasures we can find. Let's go, guys. Okay, so I'm not even sure if I'm gonna get this, but this is cute. I don't know why there's tape here. I'm debating this one. And then I found this, which is really nice. The thing that concerns me is, I don't know if you can see real well. Maybe with my finger back there, there's some cracks. They're kind of sharp. And otherwise, this is so cool. Definitely older. It's made in Taiwan. This is like cast iron. These look nice. I'm not seeing, this has a little crack here. But I think, other than that, worth picking up. I think they're cool. Even if I'm just keeping them, I think they're pretty cool. Yikes. Oh, I thought this was like plaster. I think that's even worse, that it's a rubber face. Yikes. I've been looking around a lot. Some of these cats meow. It's like a whole collection of them, but they're like $2.35 a piece. And honestly, I mean, cute, very cute. But do I need a whole collection to try and sell? But then this guy, it's just like a lightweight wood thing, but I just love them so much. And I guess it's supposed to hold a fishing rod, but I thought you could put a little flower there. That'd be cute, right? Am I crazy? Am I junk drunk? Flip. It's kind of weird duck. I don't know if this is something to everyone, but this lampshade is so awesome. It is humongous. It's pretty awesome. Oh my god. World's heaviest brass lamp. I don't know if those go together. I wonder. Oh, you know what? There's no, what are they called? Harps? This really brings back memories. Old 8-track. Wow. That's my childhood in a nutshell. I think this turntable goes with Oh, 8-track player. I mean, did my parents just donate this? Because I swear to God, this is our old record player and 8-track. Holy cow. Will I find the speakers next? So I found some cute 70s vintage sheets and an Afghan. This little frog ashtray, cute. This I don't think I'm going to be taking home with me. I did find this, but it's only one, so I think she stays behind. Over to the art to try and find something small, but everything is massive. Everything is huge. They're all like 3 feet by 18 feet, but I gotta tell you, that was kind of a bust and a bummer in a way. I don't know why, but that felt like a huge bust of a trip. Although I did find a few things. I found a couple things that I'm happy with, but I was just kind of like, really had my heart set on finding some cool vintage Christmas and Halloween, like I said before I went in. But I really wasn't finding it. I think it was a lot of like junky junk, you know? It was just one of those days at Goodwill, you know at the thrift when you just have one of those days. Yeah, I don't know. I kept wandering around and around the store and going back to certain aisles because, and I don't think I filmed very much in there because it kept getting, every time I felt like everyone in the store that was like a reseller, I assume was a reseller, I felt like they were just like following wherever I went. It was like I decided I'm gonna go straight to like where the miscellaneous wood and all that kind of stuff is. Like I usually find cute little shelves there and stuff like that. And I was there. I was about to like film like, here's what's in the wood aisle. Let's see what there is. And literally within about 30 seconds of me standing there and just starting to look, 5 more people came into that little aisle. And I just was getting like claustrophobic and I was like, I gotta get out of here. I just can't take being crowded in. Then I go to the next aisle, which had like seasonal, like Halloween, Christmas stuff. And all the people from the wood aisle started wandering into that aisle. I'm like, and it was just like nobody would make room for anyone, which just made me want to like skedaddle out of those aisles. So it was just one of those days. I don't know. I don't usually run into that too often. I wish I lived in the Pacific Northwest sometimes. I see the videos of these thrifters in the Pacific Northwest, and I'm like, y'all don't know how nice your Goodwills are. Ours, a hot mess, just hot mess express on the shelves. All right, I'm gonna get on the road. I gotta stop yapping and get on the road. Let's go. Okay, so I never ended up going to that other Goodwill because it was just cutting it too close. And since it was like a rainy, gloomy day, traffic was slow and I had to go pick up my daughter, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, I am at Purrfect, the Purrfect place, which is a like antique resale shop. And all the proceeds go to Valley Save a Pet, which is a humane animal shelter. And yeah, I always find really nice things here. I think that they're very reasonably priced. It's a lot of antiques. I mean, vintage stuff too, but I would say more antique-y, if that's a thing. Yeah, anyway, it's on this cute street, and let's go see what there is. Could be something good. I don't know. They only take cash though, so I did have to remember to stop at the ATM. Unless they have started taking credit cards. Who knows? Maybe they've come into the 21st century. So, yeah. Let's go. Come here multiple times and I always look at this and I can't decide if I like it or not. I can't decide if she gives me the creeps or if I like her. I need an opinion. You'll have to let me know. I mean, it's really well done. Really cool petite point. I mean, it's so detailed. I don't know. And I've always seen this and this here. This one definitely has a big old nick there, but I do love the flowers. I think I will try for this one. Let's see how we do. I think we will bring this pretty girl home. I just found this under with a basket sitting on top of it. Look at this cute little bunny. Oh my gosh. I mean, this has my heart. And a lot of times I see stools in here and they're not for sale, but this one is. So I'm definitely gonna have to grab it and bring it home. Okay, so I wish I could have filmed more when I was in there because there are so many cute little knickknacks all over that shop. It is just I was gonna say bric-a-brac. It's chock-a-block, bric-a-brac. What's the difference? It is chock-a-block full of darling things. And so many cute little animal things too. Anyway, but it is very small and it's like really packed. So you kind of feel, and I'm like 5'3.5", and I'm just like, I'm not like a very large person, and I feel like a giant when I'm in that store. And I'm just so concerned about like knocking some breakable thing over. Like it's a true concern, and not just because of the expense of something, but I'm like, these are older things. You can't just like go and replace it that easily. So, or at all in some cases. Sorry, this is the bumpiest road ever. This probably wasn't a great idea to talk while I'm driving, but I'm just doing it while I think of it. It was 5,000 degrees in there, super hot and humid. I have not been in that shop when it is not hot and humid. I thought they didn't have air conditioning, but apparently they do. What it is that I walked in, the door was open, and they were like, yeah, we're just trying to get some fresh air in here because it's really warm. And as I'm standing by the doorway, there's like, big old cast iron radiator. And I'm like, the radiator's hot. And I said, do y'all have the heat on? Like on purpose? Intentionally heating this already hot as hell tiny space? Because it's always hot in there. Always. And they were like, what do you mean the heat's on? And she comes over, she puts her hand over the radiator, and she's like, oh my God, it is on. And she said, you know what? This is an old building, and it is she goes, we went like 4 months without heat when we needed heat. And I said, oh yeah, and you guys don't have air conditioning. She's like, oh no, we have it, but apparently it just doesn't work. Like whoever owns the building, which is apparently ancient, doesn't know where the thermostat is or can't fix it. I don't know. Sounds like a big hot mess. And literally hot. Hello and welcome back home. I feel like my hair is all frizzed out from the humidity and the drizzly rain of the day, and me just schwitzing in that antique store. I'm still hot. I'm still like, oh my God. I mean, it's October and I'm sweating. I didn't pick up too much at Goodwill, no matter how hard I was trying. I was looking, I was scouring the shelves. It just wasn't the day today, but that's all right. I did find some awesome things. I am excited about this beautiful, let me stand up, scoot my chair back. this lovely Afghan. The most 70s Afghan. I mean, I have quite a few that I've been hanging on to because I will be, I'm on, okay, let me tell you a little something. I'm on a thing called Mission Save the Granny Afghans. The granny blankets, I believe, have to be saved. Not that it's all grandmothers that made it, but there's someone who put a lot of time, effort, love, and skill into making these precious, precious blankets. And I see them all the time in the thrift store. And I can't pick them up and save them all. But I think because my grandma crocheted and knitted and made lots of blankets that are precious to me, that when I see them, it like reminds me of her. And you know, it just, I'm like, don't let these end up in a landfill. Heck no. These are beautiful works of art. And they're useful and they'll keep you warm and, you know, and even throughout the winter, I'll see tons of them sitting there for weeks. Like I'll see the same ones. And it's when I see them for a while, especially during colder months. I mean, I'm not looking to take a bunch of blankets that other people could use. But I am trying to save the beauties so that these can be passed on generation to generation. They're beautiful and they're amazing. And I hope more people get interested in saving Afghan blankets as much as I do. I don't know, is that weird? It's not weird to me. I love them. So I'm trying to save them all and bring them to people who will treasure them as much as someone like me would. Okay, and then, I guess I could show you in that same area, I found this amazing set of vintage bed sheets that I was so excited about. I was just like, yes, the most 70s bed sheets on the planet. I'm just, you know, yeah, they're a little faded and all that, but I was just really excited. I just love the print and the material. I really don't think that I'm going to be listing these. My plan is I have a beautiful chair that I got for $9 at Goodwill. And I will show a picture of it here. It's this beautiful rattan vintage chair. And the problem is that there was this lovely looking fabric on it, but the fabric had like dry rot. It was dry and the threads were starting to come apart. And I was like, this won't last long. Like we sit on it a couple times, it's gonna be ripping. Like you could easily go like this and like pull it apart. So I just ripped it off, but I saved the cushions because the cushions were in great shape and I washed them. I washed, dried, disinfected them. And I decided I would try and make my own little cushion covers. So that is the goal with these. I have been on the hunt for like vintage fabric, preferably 70s, if I could find it so that I could make something. And when I found this, I was like, I think this is enough material that it'll work. Let's see, we also found, I kept debating on whether or not to get this. I mean, I love it. I think it's adorable. It's a little vintage frog ashtray. Definitely very 70s looking. But honestly, you could use it to store a sponge, like a dish sponge. Not like a huge chunky one, you know, but like a regular size Scotch sponge. Not like those wavy, those hourglass curvaceous sponges. Does that make sense? But it's actually an ashtray. And then a part of me thought I could use this. I'm an artist and like I paint and stuff like that. I'm like, I could pour water in here and use it to like wash out my brushes. How cute would that be for paint water? But then I was like, I don't know, I'm debating. I go through this a lot. There are a lot of things that I have shown on this channel during little show and tell vintage thrift haul times. And I've been like, I think I have to keep this. I don't know, this is special. But you know what? A lot of those things I eventually put in my shop. So if I've ever shown something and been like, I don't know, I might have to keep this, 7 times out of 10, I end up putting it in my shop. It's sometimes I just have to hang on to it for like a few weeks, a few months, a year or two. And then I'm like, okay, I'm ready to let it go and let the next vintage lover have this treasure. I mean, they're paying for it. It's not like I'm just giving it away, but still, it's more like it has sentimental value, but to be determined on this. These are the trials and tribulations of being a vintage reseller or an antique dealer. It's just, yeah. Then I got these two candle luminary stained glass. I don't know what else to call it. Yeah, I guess that would be it, like a candle luminary thing. These were in really good shape. I do see, like, as I really study them, I could see like a couple of little hairline cracks, but they're not busted through. The other thing that matched these, it wasn't a Christmas tree. I think it was like a Christmas wreath or something. I'm forgetting. It's in the footage. But it had so many cracks. Like each little panel of stained glass had cracks. And as heartbroken as I was to leave it behind, I was like, unless I was just keeping it for myself, but then still I'd have to handle it super carefully because it was a little sharp. So I was like, I could not in good conscience. Why is conscious the hardest? Conscience? Good conscience. Words are hard, okay? I was like, I can't sell that to someone. No matter how much I disclose it, I would just be like so nervous that they would hurt themselves, or, you know, if they had kids, and I'm a mom, so it's like, I get it. Anyway, cute. So that's it from Goodwill. Next we went to the Purrfect place. The super hot, muggy, but lovely Purrfect place. So let me show you what I got from there. They are incredibly sweet there. I just feel bad that, you know, they got a thermostat issue because it is intense. But, and they also, apparently there was a leak in the ceiling of like a back room that they had, and it was a big mess. So they were also dealing with that. And I was like, it couldn't happen to a nicer store. So that was just a bummer. And I'm like, I really hope things clear out soon. So if you're in the historical district of Bedford, Ohio, definitely go to the Purrfect place, support them. They're lovely, not only just lovely volunteers, and it's a lovely shop. All the proceeds go to Valley Save a Pet, which is a local humane shelter. So yeah, so you'll find a lot of animal trinket things. So yeah, so one of the first things I saw when I walked in the door was this cute little stained glass kitty. I mean, and they only wanted $2 for it, and I was just like, this is so precious, so precious. I mean, very, very cute. Very, very cute. Some of the markings have rubbed off and stuff, but you know, honestly, I still think it's incredibly cute. It would look adorable just, you know, hanging on a wall. You don't have to put it in your window. I mean, it was hanging on a wall there, and I thought it was just darling, so really cute. This like just made the trip worth it. And I just about lost it when I saw this. Look at this. It's a cat. It's like a wiener dog practically, but a cat. And I think it is a salt and pepper shaker, or maybe it's just salt. I don't know. Cause I was like, there's a little hole here, and I'm like, I can't imagine that you'd want, I mean, how would you separate it? How would you separate the salt from the pepper? I don't know. But come on, that face. It's just like, I'm trying to move out of the way so it'll focus on, I'll move myself down here, but like, what? It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. This was $5. an amazing price. I found this lovely little Russian lacquer box, and it's like, it is pristine. It is absolutely like perfect. And they were asking $6, and it's just, it is, I think it came straight from the person's house into there. It never passed through a bunch of other hands because it's, you know, besides like a little bit of scuffing on the feet here, like all the feet are here. The paint and lacquer, you know, is in perfect shape. It's not all chipped off or anything. I mean, it's hard to find something like this in like this great of condition. So I was just like, yes, please, I'll take it. I could not resist. Now these are shakers. I couldn't resist these. Look at them. First of all, the little blue and white, the sponge paint, sponge work, sponge pottery. What do you call this? I don't know. Again, words. Words are difficult for me at this moment. But these, all I could think of when I saw them was, it's like, it reminds me of like the Staffordshire dogs. I'm like, these are almost like Staffordshire cats. And they're big. They're not like teeny, I mean, they're not humongous. The biggest one is, let's see, the tallest one is 5 inches. So it's not like, these aren't little tiny shakers, you know, and this one's probably 4.5 inches, but how cute. Adorable. So sweet. So these will be available, even though I think they're darling and I'd love to keep them. I don't know about that. I know that there's a market for people who collect like old medicine bottles and things like that. But this is a little aspirin tin. And I couldn't resist. I'm like, this is old, tiny. I don't know if I'm gonna put this for sale. I don't know how much it's actually worth and how much people, I don't know. I'll do a little research. All right. This little cutie, this little bunny, was hiding under a basket. Now, how many times have I walked into this store and I see like these cute little, like a little mirror, a little like display case. It'll be like a little wooden display case. I saw a cute vanity mirror set, not vanity mirror set, but like a tabletop vanity mirror and little drawers, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want that. And it was marked not for sale. There's so many things in there that are for display only and not for sale, including tons of cute little plant stands and stools that I'm just like, oh my God, would you please sell this to me? I want to buy it. And they're just, it's for display. But anyway, this is hand painted. It's signed. It is adorable. I almost want to take the feet off this thing and just hang this up. This is like the most Beatrix Potter-esque cute little bunny bun. All right, so I did show you this. And she's been in a video before. I think she was in my first, was she my first thrifting video? I think she may have been. It was either my first or second. It was one of the early videos. I have seen this girl since the spring. And every time I'd look at her, I'd be like, this is amazing work. Amazing work. The details are incredible. This is petite point needlework, and it's just, I mean, I can't even fathom how long something like this would take. It's so precise, so detailed, and the squares to thread this through are very, very tiny. It's very, very tiny and precise. Yeah, it is painting with thread, honestly, like at this level. So, yeah, pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. So it's a doll. I don't think this is supposed to be based on a real little girl. It just looks like a a doll. But I kept thinking, like, is it cute? Is it creepy? Is it cute? Is it creepy? I mean, like, me admiring it, the artistry and the craftsmanship and the work that goes into something like this is what kept drawing me to it, because I was just like, and also, I mean, it's a lovely green color, but I just was like, is the subject matter going to be something that people want? And every time I would see this, I just was drawn to it. And this time I just thought, you know what, let's just get it. And then there was no price. So I was like, okay. The back is a little, I may put some proper like brown paper tape around, because I was like, well, this isn't really taped up well, but yeah, there was no price. So I was like, just out of curiosity, let's find out how much it is. And the woman at the front had said, you know what, that's been sitting there for a couple of months. She's like, $3.50? And I'm like, $3.50? And I was like, okay, I can't pass it up now. So, and I know it's definitely, you know, obviously worth more than that. But, wow. Okay. Let me know what you think. I am so interested to know if this is creepy or cute. I mean, it's very cottagecore-y. Cottagecore-y? All right, next. I also showed you this. I mean, I don't know if it's picking up very well. I mean, the image is quite faded, not completely faded, but it's definitely, you know, faded with time. But this is pretty old. In fact, the woman there was just like, she's like, what's the price on that? And I said 18. And then it had like a cousin or a sister print, but the frame was a little busted on one small spot. But I thought, I don't know if that would deter someone from purchasing it from like my shop if I listed it. But she was like, that is like a legit antique, you know. And she was just like, she goes, $18. She goes, I just want you to know that is a good deal. And I'm like, oh, I know it's a good deal. But yeah, she really knew her stuff. And she was like, you know, she goes, old frames are really worth something, you know, alone. And she's like, you know, that's a special piece. And I'm like, it really is beautiful. I mean, I already thought it was stunning as it is. But yeah, so I will be putting this up in the shop. As much as I want to find small things, you can't control what you find at the store. I did find some small things, but I'm like, that is a big picture. It will be a beast to ship, but I think worth it if the right collector is interested in it. And then this. I actually saw this before, and I was drawn to it immediately just because I was like, this beautiful print. It's just so precious, of this little girl and the bird. So cute. I'm sorry, there's a lot of like glare coming from like my lamp. But so sweet. And it's quite old. I mean, you can tell just by the frame and, you know, the print and everything. But even the woman at the counter was like, that is old. And she was just sort of like, that is precious. And because it's cash only, and I don't normally go asking for deals, especially because this is a shop that donates the proceeds to a worthy cause. So I'm not looking to like score, like be like, make me an offer, make me do, I just, that's not who I am. But I had said, I was like, because this is cash only, I do want this. I'm like, is there any chance you would take 10 for it or 15, you know? And they said, well, how much is it? And I said 20. And they're like, well, we can take $5 off. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, if you guys took credit cards, I wouldn't even ask. But I said, I'm literally like gonna have just enough cash on me to cover the bill. So I was really grateful that they were willing to give me a deal. And I think also because I was picking up so many things that they're like, we can take $5 off your bill, you know. But I mean, she's sweet, she's precious. This frame is beautiful. I don't know if you can see. I mean, this is just like an old frame, but really lovely. And you can just tell on the back that, you know, that is an old tag from where this was framed. Can you see? It's very faint, but it's written in graphite. $1.50. So like whatever, in 1910 or whatever, this was $1.50. I mean, like, I don't know when this is from. Maybe it's not from 1910, but I'm just like, yeah. Anyway, I really adore this. I guess I'll be listing this. Of course, maybe I'll hang on to it for a week or two. I mean, maybe I'll get over myself by the time this video goes out and I'll have listed it then. But everything else should be up. God willing. I thought I would do a quick little show and tell because this past weekend I worked on this area. Ooh, I should move all my pictures out of the way. I worked on this area of my office to make it a proper packing area because I have a very small space in this room, and I have vintage things up here. I've got some bags and things. A lot of vintage things I've actually moved into weatherproof totes into my basement on like big shelves. So I'm still in the process of that, but I also have my other business, which is used to be my main income, but being an artist isn't paying what it used to, which is why I'm doing vintage reselling again. But I have greeting cards, stationery, art prints, and then all these acrylic drawers and things are full of stickers. These are all my stickers. Like I have a bird series. I draw a lot of birds and things. So yeah, I've got all of that over here. So that's what most of this office is full of. My art and stationery stuff. And then I had to make room for this whole new venture, which isn't new for me because I used to do this years ago when I was a new stay-at-home mom with one very rowdy kid and then eventually 2 more kids. So yeah, I had 3 kids and was trying to run a vintage reselling business. And then when my twins went to kindergarten, I got back into drawing and everything again and built a whole stationery and gift business on that while trying to raise 3 children. So, and now they're old enough that everyone has graduated high school. The twins graduated this year, this May, and now I'm trying to do both, which has been a little crazy making, but also a good challenge. Yeah, so I had to adjust and make a shipping area because I was, as you can see, I've got artwork all over the wall. But yeah, I was like shipping things on this little area back here in front of all my stickers and had my, I had like my scale there and I would keep all the bubble wrap, and I still have I have like storage of extra bubble wrap and boxes and things in my closet, but I'm trying to make like a proper system because I was like, I can't do this. I don't have enough space. And sometimes you have like, a big item and then I'd end up like having to like do it on the floor and I was like, this is crazy. So I'm kind of happy that I went and pulled this big this draft table up from the basement so that I could have a proper shipping area. I don't know, is this interesting at all? It's probably not. But anyway, all that to say, I am doing my best to get a more organized setup going because I recently hit 100 sales in my This Might Be Haunted Etsy shop, which is like, I was hopeful that I could get like, I was like, if I can get like 20 sales, that would be awesome. I am so grateful, thankful, blessed that I've been able to get, at this point, over 100 sales in that Etsy shop. Thank you to anyone who's ever bought anything, taken a look, favorited things, shared it, because your girl appreciates it big time. Because this is a brand new business. It's only a few months old. And I remember with my first Etsy shop with my Debbie Draws Funny business, I remember, well, I originally started with selling vintage, and then I started doing my art and stuff. And it took a hot minute to get to 100 sales. So I can't believe that in a matter of like, I opened my shop in like 5 months ago or something, but I think my first sale was like a month and a half in. So really in about 4 months that I've had that many sales. And all the money I was making, I was kind of reinvesting, going thrifting again and everything. So it's gone a lot back into the business. So this past month, I was able to actually contribute a few $100s to the household for the first time in many, many months, because I had made enough to cover things and make a profit finally. So I'm really grateful for that, and hopefully the momentum will keep going. So grateful, so grateful. Yeah, so thank you so much for subscribing. If you do, I appreciate it. Sharing the video, liking, commenting, all that stuff really helps out this channel because it is brand new. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for the lovely support. Those of you who have, taken the time to leave a comment and all that kind of stuff. It helps me a lot. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Mew, mew. Mew, mew. Does it even look like a cat from that angle? It's really hard to see. Here's your kitty cat. Oh my God, I'm so weird. Okay, goodbye.